Coach give an opening statement, and then any questions you have in the room.
Well, post-Christmas, you never know exactly how the team's going to come out, and I would say we looked a little rusty that first half. Just didn't have a good rhythm, and credit Brown for competing and playing really hard and hitting shots. But that's why you play two halves. I thought the second half we did a great job sharing the ball, making simple plays, creating for each other. We got stops, and I think the second half looked like the team that we're capable of looking like. And so I'm thankful for this game. And now, you guys, we got 17 really, really tough games coming up. So I know our group's excited for that.
As a coach, obviously you love and hate close games, but after kind of going out to Orlando, putting up 40 in your first, or beating a team by 40 in your first conference game, did you like having a little bit of a tight first half today?
No, I'd love to win every game by 40, but it's good. It's all part of the process, the journey, the ebb and flow of a season. You're nervous before Christmas break, that game, to make sure the kids' heads are in the game and not ready to be on break. And after Christmas, you had a long break, and so you're a little rusty. And so before and after Christmas, every coach, you're a little nervous. But I'm proud of these guys. They played great before at Central Florida, and they ended up playing a really good game today.
Madison's obviously just had a heck of a couple of weeks. Player of the week for women's basketball this past week. Are you having to make adjustments to get her open shot from three? Obviously, you can compensate. Teams are going to pay if you guard her too tight. But it looked like you guys had a couple new actions to get her some looks today.
Yeah, what's neat about this team is how many weapons there are. And so a year ago, everybody's scouting report was solely keyed on slowing down Madison. And so this year, with the talent that's all over the court, it's really hard to just key on one player. It's kind of pick your poison with this group. And so we have different actions for each kid to get them different shots. But like tonight, we hardly ran any sets, hardly ran any plays. The team just, pushing the ball in transition, creating for each other. And so we have stuff for Connor if we need it. She got up 8 threes today, and none of those were any plays. And our team does a good job sharing the ball. Ended up with 16 assists today. And I thought we started off really slow. We had 4 assists in the first half. And that's where we were rusty. That was part of the halftime talk, was we got to get back to getting paint touches and drive and kick and create for each other, and they did that in the second half.
Seems like Una was really involved today as well, kind of doing a lot of the dirty work plays. Can you just describe just her flexibility and willingness to do a little bit of everything for you?
Yeah, Una's a winner. And Una's the one that's, had the trickiest adjustment from last season. Obviously, the influx of talent that we've had changed her role a lot. And Una, man, the kid loves basketball. She's an absolute gym rat. And she always seems to just always make the right play. She shares the ball. Today she was on the glass. She can really shoot it. She's one of our best playmakers. So she gave us 17 good minutes today. And over the Big 12 season, it's 17 games that are absolute battles. There's been games when KG's really given us great minutes, and Deasia's given us great minutes, and Una and Aaliyah. And so you need everybody. And you just don't know the journey of the next 3 months and how it's going to unfold. So just proud of Una. She's handled everything just as mature as you can. And she is a very important piece for us to accomplish our goals. And she didn't shoot it well. She was 1 for 60, but she had a great impact on the game.
How difficult is it to manage this different personnel and getting players ready, even if they might not have played big minutes before?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It's challenging. It's a blessing to have a roster like we do with great talent, and then getting people ready every night. And not everybody knows exactly how many minutes they're going to play or not. But I do think one of the benefits, we're really old. We're 22 years old, and they understand this, and they approach this thing like pros. They really do. We have a selfless group, a mature group that get in the gym. They work on their craft. The scouting reports are dialed in. It's truly like coaching a pro team. It's awesome, and so I couldn't be more grateful for each one of these guys, and I think it's why we've been really efficient and played and had a lot of blowouts because of 1 through 14. This group's locked in.
You played one Big 12 play, but this marks the end of the preseason. Compared to where you thought you would be, where you wanted to be? Where is this team?
Yeah, in a really good spot. You know, as you assemble a team and the portal and you put all the pieces together and you got to work the kinks out as you go through the season and injuries and just different things. And so to be, what are we, 12-1, 13-1? What is it, 13-1? Yeah, to be right here, starting league, and healthy and in a good spot, you couldn't ask for anything better. Now it's 17 games. You know, you ultimately want to have a chance to compete for a league title. And if you can, in the Big 12, if you're competing for a league title, you're one of the best teams in the country, and you're going to have a chance to host and be a top 16 seed. And so this next 3.5 months, it'll be a roller coaster, and there's going to be a lot of great games here at the Schollmaier. I love the crowd, by the way, that came out today. I think there was over 3,000 that came out. So a great Christmas crowd, but we're going to need everybody on Wednesday against Colorado. And then shout out to Ola. She had our scout today, did a great job preparing them. And this is a team that shoots as many threes as we do. And so that makes you a little bit uncomfortable and nervous. In today's game, the three-point shot is something that can cause problems and how you can have an upset. And so Brown had our full attention. Their coaching staff does a great job. And thankfully we got it done.
I know you say you learned a lot from RB and Moraga, but was one of them to make sure you have Australian talent on the team? Because Agnes had another great night today.
Yeah, well, the pipeline came and the connections with Australia came during my time at St. Mary's with Randy and RB. And basketball is a small circle over there in Australia. Agnes she's been playing really good basketball. She ended up having 14 rebounds again today. And then we got a stud 6'7", 6'8" center, Sarah Portlock, coming here next year from Australia. So we're going to lose Aggie, which is sad because she's an amazing kid and winner, but we're adding just an awesome Aussie. So we're excited about Sarah. And, yeah, we'd love to have an Aussie every year if we can or more. They just understand how to play and compete at a high level.
Anything else for Coach? All right, we'll see you guys Wednesday.
Here we go, you guys.
Sort of just helping us prepare for like the battles that we have coming up. And like MC said, there's 17 Big 12 games. Like they're all going to be like gritty teams who are here to like knock us off. So I think having these kind of battles, even like Brown, like them coming in and playing so hard, I think, yeah, that's definitely helping us prepare for what's to come. Yeah.
What has it been like finding your role with a team that's so talented?
I would say everyone in here, the coaches do a good job telling you what your natural God-gift talent is. So I think it's a little bit easier to understand what you're naturally good at and just owning that and realizing that you can just put your whole effort into those things. So I think that helps balance out with so much talent around. Everyone's able to shine in their own different ways.
Yeah, 100% everything Donna just said. Yeah.
You guys as defensive stalwarts have to kind of love a game like this where they weren't calling a ton of fouls, people weren't going to the line a lot. You kind of get the flow of that game early and just say, all right, we can really go for it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think like that's probably what Big 12 is going to look like. So I think like the refs letting us play through that like contact and everything like that, especially like for Sedona, like obviously they didn't have like really big posts, but like they were, you know, like physical with her. So I think that's all helping us, coming up. Yeah.
You guys have gone on the road a little bit, but, you know, opening Big 12 play before the break, going to Orlando and then kind of making a statement win by 40. What does that kind of say about where you guys are? Are you peaking at the right time? How do you feel that you're prepared for this next 17-game stretch?
I mean, I think we've just set a good standard, whether we're on the road or we're at home. I think we do a good job with that game against UCF, setting the tone and realizing it doesn't matter where the court is or what state we're in, we're still going to play our basketball. So going into these next conference games, like I think no matter where we are, our team will still show up every single night. So.
Yeah, and MC really prefaced it before our UCF game that like winning on the road is always difficult. So I think we came in with that kind of like road warrior mentality, and yeah.
How have you both gotten to be so successful rebounding as guards, maybe not the traditional top rebounder?
I mean, I can speak. This girl's elite at it. Like, God-gift talent is rebounding. I would say I'm definitely improving on it. It's been brought up to me a lot more. I think as a guard, you know, my job is with stopping ball, guarding the point guard. I never really thought about rebounding as much because I'm more focused on my person and trying to stop transition. So I think it's good for me to have players like her where it's like, oh, dang, like I know Aggie's in there every single time, so she needs help. So us guards like stepping up within rebounding. I think that's slowly clicking in my brain that I'm able to also go in for those rebounds, but she's always had that gift. So
Donovyn, I always talk about defense as being like a 1-2, but I was trying to really pay attention to your footwork today. The way that you catch up to someone in transition, cut people off, cut off the baseline. That's not just hustle, that's technique. Where did you kind of learn, or do you have a coach that kind of like
Yeah.
bred that into you?
yeah, if my dad's watching this, he'll find this funny. But my dad was very, very good with teaching me those things. He trained me all throughout my life. He was my main trainer, so I did a lot of ladders, a lot of footwork. I also have two brothers, so when I was doing defensive work, it was always guarding them, so I was able to get actual live reps on how to do the footwork part. But creds to my dad on that one for sure, and it helps a lot because whether my shots are falling or not, I know I can always rely on the defensive end. So
And Aggie, I feel like every time you're at the podium, we ask you the same thing, but every game you're having 14 rebounds, 17 buckets, 2 hard fouls, whatever it takes, right?
Yeah.
What is it in your mindset that just keeps you? I mean, even in games where you're performing at a high level offensively, just still getting in and being willing to do that dirty work.
Yeah. I think it's just like I've had it ingrained in me, like do whatever I can to help the team win. And I think like you said, sometimes there is those games where offense is really flowing for me. Sometimes there's not, but I'm like Dono said, defense is something that she can always rely on. I think for me, like playing hard and like crashing boards, like getting down, getting on the floor, like those are things that I can always rely on regardless of how offense is going. Yeah.
Coach Campbell talked about, coaching you guys is almost like coaching a professional team because how you just kind of come to work. But it also seems like you guys are having a lot of fun out there. Winning obviously is enjoyable, but just kind of what is this team chemistry like outside of, playing the right way, all those things, but it seems like you guys enjoy playing with each other.
I would say, being one of the transfers, of the many transfers that came in, it helps having girls that were already on the team that are so personable and great people all around. So it makes it easier for us to come in. And off the court, we're all very close. It's fun to be around them even when we're not on the court. So I think that translates onto the court. Everyone has their skills and everyone puts their own work on their off time. So I think overall, all of us want the same goal. So it makes it really fun.
Yeah, and I think like there's not really like there's no egos within this group, so everybody kind of just wants to play for each other, win for each other, and they're just like a fun group of girls to be around. Yeah.
What is this time of year like for you guys when you don't have classes and it's just kind of basketball and life? Like maybe a positive thing?
Real answer, I love it. It's just nice to, there's student athlete, but we get to just do the athlete part right now. We get to fully lock in on basketball, come in more and you don't have that extra stressor of school. So I'm definitely going to soak in the time we have before school starts up again, but
Do you have any, like downtime activity? If you binging anything good on TV? What?
I'm not.
No. Like in previous years, I've like purchased like the AMC like what's it called membership because like there's really like that's probably like the thing that I do in the off time, like go watch a bunch of movies. But yeah, like it'll be like practice, like stay and do a little bit like after practice, treatment, go home, have a nap, come back in the gym. So it's like being able to like get into the gym like without feeling like I gotta go home and like work on my thesis or something like that.
Right, exactly.
Is there? I know we don't want to look ahead and take a game at a time, but with just the Big 12 slate ahead of you, is there a game you have circled on your calendar, one you're really looking forward to?
Personally, I don't. I mean, I can't speak for the team. I don't know if anyone on the team has a game circled, but I'm just excited to play. Our team is really good with treating each team the same, whether it's a tough team or a lower team, I think we all show up, so personally, I don't have. I'm just excited to play.
I wouldn't say like I necessarily have it like circled, but I think like Dono said, like all the teams like we're ready to compete with them. But I think obviously like Baylor is literally down the highway, so I think like that's in like from last year. Like obviously we have stuff that we want to like come back and like show. So yeah, I'd say probably that game. Yeah.
We had over 3,000 fans here today. That's never happened during holiday moves. Just how have you observed the passion for women's basketball develop here at TCU since you've been here?
I mean, I don't know what it was like last year, but it's cool. I even made a comment in warm-ups. I'm like, looks like there's a lot of people here today. But I think it's just a testimony to our team. When you start winning games, people start paying attention, and they really want to support. And I think our group has done a good job making it fun to watch us. So it's coming into fruition. You know, we're just playing how we normally play, not even thinking about how many fans are going to show up, because we know that each game that comes by, slowly but surely, more and more come. So I think it's just cool to have a fan base slowly build.
Yeah, and like having the opportunity to do things like autographs after the game, it's awesome to see like the kids, especially the young like women's basketball teams, and it's just awesome to know that we're like inspiring them to want to come to this level.
Exactly.
All right, anything else for these two? Thanks, everyone. Merry
Cool.
New Year.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Very-
Very good.
Thank you for asking that.
Yeah, no,
I had my hand
thank
up
you.
for
I
that.
wanted that